I just level up the stage. Go!
All right, I'm here. All right, welcome to the What's Your Question podcast. I'm on the hunt for the most powerful questions that'll give me the most powerful changes in my life and the lives of others. So what's your question?
I got champion DNA. Turn my worries into plays. I don't fold, I'm not a pig. I just level up the stage. I got champion DNA.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another edition of What's Your Question podcast. I'm on the hunt for the most powerful questions in the world to give me the most powerful answers to help me in my life and the lives of others. And I'm going to be the guinea pig. Just like last week, I was the guinea pig. Last week's question, if y'all don't know, you look at last week's question, and that's what I was getting at, right? Last week's question is, how can I overcome FOMO, fear of missing out? I wanted to get to it because I'm noticing that the reason I'm not doing, I know that I'm in a fear-based world, right? We're in a fear-based world. Everything is fear coming in. But fear is false evidence appearing real. A friend of mine gave me that a little while ago, but that's what everything is fear-based. So when I'm looking, the biggest thing that last week's takeaway was being aware, and that's what I worked on all week. I post shot this Friday, right? I worked on that all week, trying to go through the protocols. But the biggest thing that I was working on is just the awareness on how fear sneaks into every little crack and crevice. What I was doing last week was I was just recognizing, okay, whenever I didn't get the response that I wanted or the outcome that I wanted, then I automatically know that I was scared of something. Where did I rewind that thing back and I find out, where did I drop the ball? Where did it come in? Because I was on a good path. Because here's the deal. Like I was saying, I could go back. I was telling a young cat, he was just coming into the fray. We just coming into it. You know, a friend of mine said, look, you want to get out of the rat race, hit your boy C or hit your boy C. So man, we talking, right? We talking. We just chit-chatting. And then we came up, I was told what God had just freshly downloaded to me, that number one, I'm working this thing out. First, I gotta have some awareness of what's really going on. Number one, that I'm a triune being, that I'm a spirit, then I have a mind and intellect, and I'm living in this body, right? So it's three parts, right? I first got to realize and accept that. That was the first thing I had to do. And since I did that, now when my thoughts, even as deep as my own thoughts, because I hit the guy, say, look, tell me this. Are you the eyes looking at me, or are you using the eyes to see me? If you're using the eyes to see me, then you are not the eyes of the body. You're the user of the body and the user of the eyes. He was like, man, that's deep stuff right there. He said, I didn't know you was going to go that deep that quick. I said, bruh, I'm working on that, man. Because I think sometimes, man, I just be so excited, man. I just take people too deep, too far. And so I'm working on that. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing the podcast, right? I'm getting paid, man. But so what we're looking at is a lot of times people are still just surface level. A lot of times people ain't ready to go that deep. The ears gonna pop, right? Something gonna happen. You're gonna freak out, right? I don't want to freak them out, man. I want to take them along for the journey, because everybody must be freed. You see what I'm saying? So we went out and chit-chat. And I asked him, I said, here's the deal. You think you're in control? We think we're in control of our lives. And the question I would ask myself, I told this to my son-in-law, just chit-chatting with him. I said, you think you're in control of your life, don't you? He said, yeah. I said, let me see. So if you got to come to this realization, if you're in control of your life, then the way your life is right now is because you decided it to be. You're in a destination that you want to be. Is that true? You working in the job you want to be working in? He was like, nah, I'm not in the spot I want to be in. So if you're not in the destination that you want to be, then who brought you here? If you in control, because if you in control, you already said, if I'm in control, I'm gonna pick a better spot. If I was in control, I would probably pick a better spot, right? I would pick the spot that I want. But evidently, I'm not in control. Man. And he was like, man, we get, man, he'll go chop it up, man. We gonna sit down. We gonna do the collab. We gonna start sitting down with the cats. We gonna have a little forum. We just gonna bounce this thing off, chop this thing up. Cause he said he went home, man. He said, man, I went home, man. And I just bounced it off my homeboy. We chopped it up. And now I'm back to bounce it off with you some more, man. We finna get this thing crunk. We finna get it crunk, baby. That's what I'm saying. We finna get it crunk. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh boy, that was just last week. That's just last week. We staying with this thing, baby. Soft is the new hard. We staying with it. You can see how your boy pumped up. Now I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Up until this point, today is Tuesday. I was supposed to record this Friday. Some things came up, some things got shifted. I did this, I did that, and even today, I say, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get home today, get off early, and I'm gonna go record the podcast. Go ahead and jump back in on the AI. But you know what happened? I got sidetracked. Guess what? Today is Amazon Prime Day. So I normally don't get nothing on Amazon Prime Day, but I said, you know what? It's time for me to get me a new rain jacket. I had the other for 20 years trying to get that. So I'm sitting down. This is something. This is fear missing out, right? You see how it snuck up? Amazon Prime Day snuck up. The fear missing out. The FOMO came in on the back end and got me. And I'm sitting, I said, man, I can't miss out on Prime Day. I can't miss out on Prime Day. So I'm in here clicking and looking and clicking and looking, ordering this stuff up. And that's a muscle that I never really exercised. You know, as far as sometimes I was exercising a new muscle by making sure that I pull the trigger quick. Said, keep in mind, I was asking people that were, oh, how much was your rain jacket? Is this a good deal? I said, you know what? I could always send it back. And then I fell back up on it again. How much is this? I'm back in the shop again. And I came back up. I can always send it back. This was fighting all day. This fear missing out, fighting all day. And I got home, sitting down, ordered the stuff, and then it was consuming so much mind energy that my defenses were weakened. Now, next thing I know, I snagged a piece of cake out, thawed it out, man. I'm munching on it. I'm saying, what's going on? Then I'm scrolling, because the mind is like, this is a muscle, and I'm trying, because I found what myself would do is that when I got something big, and then I start doing something little, I say, okay, now God, you're doing this little stuff because you're afraid of doing this big stuff. What is the big stuff you're avoiding? And man, it's like riding a bucket in the horse all day long. Once I you start seeing, and it's just relentless. It's relentless because the mind is, hey, look, I want to keep you safe. I want to keep you right here. We don't want this field out and on. Let's just lay right here. Let's just do nothing. That's the safest spot. I'm looked around, ain't nothing happening. Let's just stay here forever. Forever? Forever? So it took me, man, 2 slices of cake, man, and 2 hours to get to right here. Crazy. It's right. You see what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? Man. But that's going to bring me up to this week's question. Okay, that was last week's question. I just recapped what I was doing last week. I was just watching this awareness of how deep it runs. And sometimes it got overwhelming. Like at every corner I turned, the FOMO was right there because we've been raised with the FOMO. But one of the questions I had last week is how could I use FOMO? Because I'm in the business, right? It's everybody under the influence of FOMO. How can I use that to guide others and myself yet be immune to it? Huh? That's a good question, right? That's a good question. That's a good question. And I think this question for this week is going to give us the answer. Already, baby. We inching along, baby. We inching along. Okay, that was last week's question, man. Every FOMO moment contains an unconscious meaning. This from last week. Layer 4, that's the meaning. If I miss this, I fall behind. If I don't do this, others will surpass me. If I choose wrong, I will regret it. Is that real stuff? That's real stuff, right? That's real stuff. Okay, high performers. Now I got to transcend that, right? High performers assign a different meaning. Every path has trade-offs. Like I say, I got to come to the realization. One of my guys, he was like this, man. I said, man, you need to get on the air. Yeah, man, I was on that AI, bro. But then I asked AI about this little form right here. And it messed up on this form right here. And man, I'm off AI. I said, bro. We living in a world, man, ain't nothing perfect. Yeah, but I said, yeah, but what? Yeah, I guess you're right. I said, yeah, ain't nothing perfect. We still in the earth, baby. We still here, bro. Hey, AI was good for 90% and mess up 10%. Say, nah. And the 10% wasn't juggler. I can understand somebody got killed or something like that, which, I mean, downplaying that, it didn't happen, right? But in his situation, he was just making images. You know what I'm saying? He just making images. Like most people, we just making images on it, GIFs and characters and stuff like that, and we get blown out of shape. Here you go. Here you go. This week's question. We're gonna get right into it. This week's question. I'm scrolling to the bottom, baby. Let's just jump on over to this week's question. Okay, here you go. Now this week's question is going. Now I'm finna blaze through this thing, but don't take it lightly. Here you go. What mission is so powerful that missing out no longer matters in reference to FOMO? Yes. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I gotta assign a mission. Throughout this whole thing, the thing is planning. We ain't planning enough. I ain't planning enough. Sitting down, cause the FOMO got the grips on me. You know what I'm saying? But this is how we gonna break it. We're gonna break it because I gotta put a video out every week. We breaking, we chinking it every week. Okay, remarkable, powerful question, right? How do I stop feeling FOMO? How do I become more disciplined? How do I resist distractions? From the regular question, we already addressed. We know that's what we do, but that's a heavy weight. That's 500 pounds. That's 1,000 pounds on the press, baby. That's 1,000 pounds. I got to get down to 5 pounds so I can lift it. Cause that's 1,000 pounds, man. You can't stop it, man. You can't stop it. First, I'm gonna be aware of it. Then I gotta figure out, man. I know I can't stop at other areas. How can I side? Parry it. I think that's the word. Your question does something completely different. Wait, we want a mission. The mission immediately moves my focus from emotion to purpose. Because FOMO really works with your emotions. You see what I'm saying? It works with my emotions. FOMO lives in the present moment. Now, here's the deal. FOMO lives in the present moment, but so does miracles live in the present moment. That's the deal. The FOMO is there. It's the anti-miracle. It's the FOMO messing around in there. So that's why I'm so hard on it. That's why I gotta slice through it. That's why I gotta see that wind scar. What am I missing right now? The mission asks, what am I building over the next decade? So my planning is up here, meaning that I've already pre-chosen some responses. So I'm prepared. I know the FOMO is coming. I can't do nothing with the FOMO right here, but the next episode of FOMO, another day is coming. Tomorrow. It's always a day away, but I can go ahead and plan for that day. And this is where we get into. Here go the secret weapon right here, part 2. I want my mission to be so powerful. It's more powerful than the promo. Notice I didn't ask what mission would help. What mission is so powerful? My brain now searches for something extraordinary, something worth the sacrifice, something worth the inconvenience, something that I can say no to another opportunity for. That's a good opportunity, man, but I'm going to have to decline. That's a good idea. I love to go, man. I'm deeply honored, man, but I'm going to have to decline, bruh, because I got to focus. I'm on something. I'm on a mission. And here's the deal. My boy Grant said this. My boy Grant said, Cardone said, people going to be, the FOMO is mixed in with the people thinking about, man, they're going to be upset with me. So now people looking for somebody on a mission. That's the deal. They're looking for somebody on the mission. Man, you on the man, gosh, man, I wish I was on a mission. What kind of mission is that, man? I don't even want to join. He said, man, Grant said, you start a fire on your mission, and even your haters gonna come put wood on that thing because they're gonna be attracted to it. They want to see it get bigger. Yes. That boy Grant, he tight. He tight. That's tight stuff right there. Okay. That's tight. Okay. That missing out, here's the deal, that assumes something profound. I'm going to miss some things. Not maybe, but definitely. Every meaningful life requires exclusion. Meaning I'm going to miss some things. Every accomplishment is built on thousands of things not chosen. Man, this is a good one. This is a good one right here, boy. Boy, this is a good one. The highest performers aren't people who miss out less. They're people who miss out intentionally. I intentionally missed that. Man, you missed out on, man, you ain't getting that space. Man, I didn't want to get in that SpaceX. But I got in, though. I got in. Your boy got in. Yeah, I had to go ahead and do it, man. The FOMO had me. I ain't gonna, because it's a fine line, right? FOMO, because I'm getting into the 7 habits. 7 habits gonna come up. That's what it's supposed to be here, but this question came up, man. This is the question. I'm supposed to get into the 7 habits, man. And that first habit of the 7 habits would be proactive. That's the creation habit. And that's where we at. Here you go. Part 4. No longer matters. Notice what I'm not saying. How can I avoid missing out? Instead, I'm saying, how can I make missing out irrelevant? Okay, I miss out, but it's irrelevant. I did that. With news in the morning, first it was news at night. I ain't watching no news at night. FOMO tried, man, you make me miss out on the weather. You make me miss out on, okay, weather and traffic, I like that. Let me go ahead and study this thing and find out what times they come on. Oh, man, what? I get a weather and traffic update in the first 6 minutes? That's on Fox 6, right? Or the last 6 minutes? I'm saying, man, so all the other stuff I can forget. I can miss out on that. But then I went on to now I'm missing out in the morning. Because I was looking at a little extra than those 6 minutes in the morning. Because it got in there and said, man, maybe I need to look a little. Maybe something else going to pop up in order to try to get your attention. So that's what I've been doing. It no longer matters. Because at the end of the day, somebody gonna tell me. I'm still gonna get in my car, even though I check weather and traffic. I still get in my car, and you know what I always do? I still get in there, and I always pull out my app. Hey, let me see real time traffic. Let me just see real time traffic. Okay, this is the conscious shift. The problem isn't FOMO. The problem is insufficient mission. We on a mission. This is the mission. These 52 questions is the mission, baby. We on the mission, baby. Why this creates a new identity. Hey, did you know the consumer says, what can I get? Life is experience. That's identity level 1 as a consumer. Identity level 2 as an achiever, what can I accomplish? Life is measured. Level 3 is the creator. What can I build? Life is designed. And level 4, the missionary, what must be done through me? Life becomes service. That's a level 4 event, right? That's level 4 identity. Now, FOMO, guess who FOMO dominates? FOMO dominates the consumer. It weakens the achiever. It disappears for the missionary because the missionary understands every yes is 1,000 no's or 10,000 no's. When I say yes, everything else got to go, baby. Yes. And that's where we've been struggling, man. Because with social media, them 1,000 no's, so a lot of times we ain't know what the 1,000 no's were. Now through social media, we can see the 1,000 no's. The human intelligence leap because we want to leapfrog this thing. Most human minds focus on options. High intelligence focus on consequences. Now, I'm learning this. I'm going through this just like you. The highest level focus on mission instead of asking what opportunities should I pursue. I ask what opportunity serves the mission. The question instantly filters out 1,000 decisions, and mission becomes it becomes a lens through everything is compared. That's right. I've seen it on this TV show How It's Made when them candies coming down there, when the candies being made in there, they all messed up. Boom. Amazon when they're shipping them boxes off, man. That's how it is. It's filtering out. What does look like in my life? Okay, I'm in sales. There's gonna be new leads coming up. Previous customers need follow up. My mind say, what is the next lead? Hey, that's what it said. That word. What if the next lead is the big deal? That's FOMO. Now I'm gonna apply the mission question. Mission question becomes, how can I become the most trusted relationship-based salesperson in the market? Does this activity serve the mission? Calling past customers is no longer bored, it's mission work. Building my own file is no longer option, it's mission work. Now, I could apply that to the podcast. If you're on there, what if people don't listen? Guess what? I'm still going through the 52 questions because I'm on the mission. What if one question changes someone's life? That's what the lady said. One question. The cat, I'm done, man. The cat, I brought it out to him, man. He said, man, that's the question. He said, man, that's the question right there. That's the question. And that's what, hey, I'm done. Hey, like I said, I'm here to serve, right? But main deal is I'm on mission. I got 52 questions. I got to go through them. So hopefully everybody can see this guinea pig work, and then they get something out of it. Get something. There's something. Just snag you something. You know what I'm saying? That one can here. Those are completely different realities. One creates hesitation. The other creates action. And that's where we got to get down to. Action Jackson. Daily implementation protocol. Step 1, what's my mission? What mission am I serving today? One sentence only. Step 2, if I completed one thing today, what would advance the mission the most? One action. Number 3, what am I willing to miss out on to protect that mission? List 3 things. Example, I can miss out on random scrolling, non-essential meetings, checking statistics, constant lead hopping. That's in work, right? Throughout the day, does this serve the mission? I'm asking this on a regular basis. Could this work? Am I missing something? Now, I don't want to say am I missing something. I'm saying, does this serve the mission? Because I found myself working on something, and then something will pop up at the corner of your eye. You hear something will pop up, and then you be like, man, off task. You be like, no, come back, man. It's like right now, you gotta bring that thing back. It's all day long, man. I know y'all know the struggle. I know you know the struggle. I know you know it. But we gotta get some tools. We gotta get some plans in place. We gotta get a mission that's crystallized, a crystallized mission. Oh man, there's a quote at the end of the thing. I did peek to the end. There's a strong quote. They want to change the question again. What is the mission so powerful that missing out no longer matters? Who must I become to carry that mission? FOMO is often a sign that your attention is serving possibilities instead of a mission. The moment a mission becomes compelling enough, thousands of possibilities willingly fall away, not because I can't have them, but because they are no longer relevant to who I'm becoming. I say I want to apply that in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? In a personal life, this is what FOMO look like in my personal life. What if I miss an experience? What if I make the wrong decision? That's it. What if everyone else is getting ahead? What if there's something better? What if I'm wasting time? Boy, these are deep. The deeper is just not usually not missing out. It's uncertainty about who I am becoming. But man, look at them questions. These are questions I've been asking for years, right? I still ask them. But at least they exposed. That's the deal. The questions are now exposed, and now we can see them for what they are. See, that's the deal. See, FOMO and fear and all this stuff been operating. This mind been operating. We've been feeding. It's been making decisions based on fear, and then we sitting back. Now we exposing this brain for what it is. That hey, it's not me. These thoughts are not me. These are just static that's running through, and I'm just letting this thing run on autopilot. I'm just letting this thing run cruise control, hands free. This thing been hands free. Hand-free cruise control, bruh. This body been running hands-free cruise. I ain't even had my hands nowhere near nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes, see, I ain't beat myself up, right? But sometimes I be like, then I got to catch myself because that part of me be like, man, you need to go and beat yourself up for that. And I say, nah, I can't beat myself up. I got to give myself some grace, man. We just learning. We just learning, just like a little baby. We just learning. I ain't gonna beat myself up, but sometimes I catch me trying to throw a punch, and I say, "Hold on, you got your one in now. Don't get 2 and 3 and 4 punches in on yourself." Okay, example 1. This is a health FOMO right here. Exercise and nutrition. Should I try new supplements? Better diet, exercise. All this stuff is the same, but it comes down to the identity to become a strong, energetic, healthy person who enjoys the next 30 years of life with vigor. That's the identity. The key thing is identity. And how we change our identities through these questions. And then that's the deal. Once you get the question in there, right? The question gonna get an answer, and then I gotta solidify the answer with action. Bam! The action solidifies a new identity. I ain't forgot it, baby. I ain't forgot it. I ain't forgot it. It's still in there. I know the world trying to wash it away, like sand on the beach. I know the waves are coming. Now I'm evaluating everything through my mission. Suddenly I don't need every supplement. That's just in health, right? What about relationships? What do the people think? Am I disappointing someone? Should I say yes just to say yes? Versus having a good, clear mission, and the people around me know what that clear mission is, and then they understand that the decision that I'm making is for that mission, and they'll get in behind it because they say, hey, look, is he gonna stick to that mission? He's still on that mission. Yeah, he's still on it. That's good stuff. They may say, hey, that's good stuff. They may not want to say it, but they be like, that's good stuff. Okay, that's a nugget. Perhaps to become a person who loves deeply and honestly. I'm working on that. I want to be loving deeper and more honest. Now, some invitations become easy to decline. Some conversations become easier to have. People pleasing loses power because the mission becomes more important than approval. Man, it's going to help. That right there. That's where I'm at right there. Time FOMO. Hey, you know what time it is, right? This may be one of the biggest forms of FOMO. It's time FOMO. And my daughter talked about that. Time, if I could take time out of it, the only way I could take time and get outside of time is through my planning. The planning is the key to get outside of time, and then I won't be under the control of the strongest weapon of FOMO is time. The fear of missing out, meaning I'm running out of time, so I got to jump on it. Yeah. I sit down to work on something important, and my brain says this: maybe I should be doing something else. The result: half started projects, half finished projects, constant switching, mental exhaustion because you got so many half-done projects in here and you're so scared to let go. So scared to let go of the garbage. Right now, I'm looking at a box that's been sitting right here for about 3 weeks. It's something that my wife ordered. It's got like 1 or 2 items in it. Like you know, we got the air fryer out, but it came with another top and it came with another little small bowl. So we kept it in this big box. And I want to get it out of there. And it's just still sitting there. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. I gotta be scared of something, right? Because I'm used to keeping boxes, man. We just used to keeping them. Cause we get ready to send something back, we'll be like, man, well, I wish I had the right size box. It's crazy, right? That's it. It's crazy. Okay. The mission is so powerful that missing out no longer matters. I build a meaningful life rather than merely staying busy. Example 4, my personal growth journey. Spend a lot of time exploring powerful questions. That's right. What else could this mean? What empowering meaning creates the highest version of me? How do I overcome FOMO? Those are the past questions, right? And I'm still on it. I'm coming interested in identity evolution. That's what all this shaping up. We're changing this identity from the old identity that was, man, that was frayed, man. We moving it forward with confidence to become the most conscious version of myself and help others to do the same. Yes, that's the mission. So I'm gonna miss out on the TV. I'm gonna miss out on the gossip in the news. I'm gonna miss out on the comparison. Don't matter because I'm playing a different game, bruh. You playing a different game, bruh, sis. You playing a different game. I hit that with a guy the other day, man. I said, bruh, check this out. You got to gamify that thing. He said, man, I'm tired of playing games, man. Seems like everything is a game, everything. I say, bruh, that's right. It is a game. You just been playing the wrong one. You playing a game you can't win. That's why you tired of playing it. How about let's go ahead and get into a game that we can win? How can we set this up that we can win? Because one thing you got to understand is that I'm creating a game. We think that the game was already created, but I'm creating the game. In here, it's all about perspective. I could change my perspective from something that is a task and just a thought, a vision inside that. I use my brain and say, brain, how can I make this fun? Then we gamify that thing. It ain't not changed, bud. It done changed for me, bud. Don't bend the spoon, baby. Oh, we ain't even got to the spoon. Mm. You know I had a spoon right here, did you? Boy, I got 2 spoons. We're going to bend both of them. Ah. All right, okay. Hey, man, y'all get it. Conscious shift. Okay. What many people ask, what am I missing? I'm getting to what am I building? I'm getting into what life is building through me. At that level, FOMO starts to weaken dramatically. You got to practice exercise. Let's see what it say. What am I afraid of missing? Okay, sales opportunities, recognition, better options. See, sometimes we'll see that the sneaky ego in there like that recognition. Sometimes you can't recognize what you're missing. But if I ain't doing something, see, that's my cue. If my spirit man, my true self, I want to do this and I'm not doing it and I'm doing that, then there's something in there. My brain, my ego got to be getting something out of it. Even though it looks like it's garbage, I got to be getting something out of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. Otherwise, the body wouldn't do it. It wouldn't get done. So it got to be some kind of benefit, some kind of dopamine, something that's getting out of it. The reason I'm doing it. Okay. What do I think I could gain? More money, more security, more status, more certainty? What mission am I serving? Becoming healthier, becoming more present, becoming a trusted salesperson, becoming a stronger leader, becoming the highest version of myself. What choice best serves that mission? This is the key question. What choice avoids missing out? It's not that. I ain't picking a choice to avoid, picking a choice that I can capture. How much of the market can I capture? That's a good question, right? If I'm investing. But a lot of times when I'm trying to capture all the market, I'd be off mission. Even though you capture some in the market, you off in the bushes now. You're in a different market. You capture a large part of a market, but it ain't the market. What choice serves the mission? A question that fits the current journey. Let's see here. Since I've been working deeply, this is what AI suggested. If my highest future self were guiding me right now, what mission would make this fear of missing out seem insignificant? So you see, I got to get in. I'm already on the mission of the 52 questions, right? But I need to find another. I need to make that mission even bigger. But the way I make that mission bigger, let's see, how can I make that mission bigger? The question does two things. It exposes the smallest of fears. It reconnects you to the large identity I'm trying to become. Over time, I noticed something interesting. The highest version of me does not have less FOMO because I'm stronger. That's not why I got less FOMO. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. The reason I will have less FOMO is because I'm clearer. Clarity. Clarity shrinks FOMO the same way sunrise shrinks darkness. When the mission becomes vivid enough in the dome, many of the things you feel missing simply stop competing for my attention. It's like the sun coming up. The guy said something, man. Darkness can never overcome light because darkness is the absence of light. Darkness is nothing. Only reason darkness come in because there's not light there. But when light come on the scene, darkness gotta go because there's nothing. That's good stuff right there. Okay, so that's my question for next week. Oh, the question for next week. Oh, I gotta come up with a question. This is the question I'm working on for next week. For the next couple of days, this is the question. It's the mission question. What mission is so powerful that missing out no longer matters? So I'm gonna be strengthening the mission with clarity. Oh yeah, let's see what let's see what let's see what AI gotta say about that thing, baby. You know we like to see what AI gotta say about that thing. Let's get back down into it. Let's see here. I want to make sure. Let's see what AI got to say about this thing. Maybe we need to get on a little protocol. Let's see. Are you there?
Right here. What's on your mind now?
Okay. Now we just went through this mission is going to be the key to overcoming FOMO by making my mission clearer and bigger. What's the best way I can do that to clarify the mission? Is it through visualization? Is it through more planning? And if it is planning, which I'm finding out is the key, how can I protect that time block and want to plan? How can I make planning fun?
Love that you're diving into this. Clarifying your mission can be a mix of imagination and structure. Visualizing your future self, what you feel, what you do, how you impact others can be inspiring. Then anchor that vision with small, intentional planning sessions to protect that time block. Treat it like an unmissable meeting with your future self. Make it fun by setting the mood, favorite coffee, a playlist, or even celebrating small wins. Over time, that planning becomes your creative playground, not a chore.
Okay, so I got to get into some small wins. What have you been planning on? Do you experience FOMO as an age?
Experience FOMO. I don't have personal wants or feelings, so I'm fully focused on helping you. Think of me as the ultimate teammate for your mission. So while I don't have FOMO myself, I'm always here to help you navigate yours and keep your focus on what truly matters to you.
All right, there you have it. We got the question for the rest of the week. Let's stick with it. I'm going to stick with it. We're going to guinea pig this thing out, and then we're going to hook up again this Friday, baby. Friday, I'm going to be on time. I'm going to be on time. Now, I got to jump back into the saddle, right? Because I got to go ahead and do this AI class here. Put together some Instagram carousels. Peace out. Love you.
I just level up the stage. Go, go, go. Levier.